is 12 o'clock. Here is the midday news. First, the top stories. Ogun population exceeds 5.2 million by 2013, according to NPC projection. Presidency considers teaching of science and technology in local languages. Medical consultants caution against mass sack of resident doctors. Governor Autumn worried over Benue State's rising monthly salary bill. In foreign, Trump administration insists on travel ban despite protests and court ruling. 6 people killed and 8 injured in gun attack on a mosque in Canada. Good afternoon, I am Chianya Ego, bringing you the details of the news shortly. The projected population of Ogun State has been estimated at 5,217,716 as at 2013, according to the National Population Commission (NPC) and the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). The figure, based on the last national census conducted in 2006, is contained in the population forecast on the websites of both NBS and NPC. The current projected figure of Nigerian population, according to the website, is 193,342,517 against the official figure of 140,431,790 of the 2006 census. According to the forecast, the population of Ogun State has risen from the official figure of 3,751,140 in the 2006 census to 3,876,993 the following year. By 2008, the website says the state's population hit 4,141,501, 4,424,069 in 2009, 4,572,499 in 2010, and 4,725,908 in 2011. By year 2012, the project population figure of Ogun State is put at 4,884,465 and 5,370,510 in 2013. For the Southwest region, Lagos State is credited with population figure of 12,550,598. Oyo State 7,840,864. Ondo State 4,671,675. Osun State 4,705,589, while Ekiti State 3,270,798. The Abeokuta branch chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Ibrahim Atonda, has expressed strong support for the proposed Ogun State Administration of Criminal Justice and other related matter bill. Atonda, in an interview with Rock City FM in Abeokuta, says there is need to review the criminal proceedings in the state to reduce unnecessary delay of cases, particularly criminal matters involving the state government. The State Justice Commissioner, Dr. Olumide Ayeni, last December announced that the proposed bill, with the inclusion of about 550 sections to be presented to the State House of Assembly, aims at making criminal justice administration more effective and decongest prisons in the state. The NBA chairman, who described the proposed bill as a welcome development, also lauded the state chief judge, Justice Olatokunbo Olopade, for dedicating some courts to handle criminal cases. He also spoke on the alternative dispute resolution centers being constructed by the state government to settle civil matters outside the courts. Presidency is considering the teaching of science and technology in local languages to enable Nigerian students fully understand the subjects. Science and Technology Minister Chief Ogbonnaya Onu announced the decision while presenting mobile science kits to the pupils of Ekulu Primary School in Enugu. The minister says the research by his ministry has revealed that the use of foreign language in teaching the two subjects is causing low interest in them by students. The research, according to him, also states that a Nigerian child who lived with his parents in the first 5 years is likely to understand science and technology subjects taught in local languages. The Emir of Kano, Alhaji Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, has recommended Western education as a major solution to the problems facing the North region. The Emir, speaking in Kaduna at the Founders' Day lecture of Kaduna Capital School, says that any of the 19 state governments in the North, which fails to give priority to education and healthcare, is implementing the anti-North policies of the British colonial masters. The traditional ruler who accused the British colonial masters of deliberately refusing to educate the North explains that God will reward the governors in the region more for educating the people than building mosques for them. He implores governors in the North to regard the 19 states in the region as one economy and build institutions that will bring together students in the region. Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria has cautioned the presidency against the planned mass sack of resident doctors for embarking on the just concluded warning strike. It faults a circular dated January 19, 2017, issued by the Health Ministry, instructing chief medical directors of the federal tertiary hospitals to replace resident doctors who were then on a warning strike with local staff. The consultants, in a communique issued at the end of the meeting of its National Executive Council in Lagos, warns that the planned mass sack of resident doctors will have untold consequences on the health sector. The consultants asked the presidency to immediately resolve its dispute with resident doctors by implementing agreements it signed with them. The association urges the health minister to check some health ministry officials who it accused of frustrating the implementation of agreements brokered last July 14 by the House of Representatives Speaker between the resident doctors and the presidency. Governor Ishaku Darius of Taraba State has directed traditional rulers to check the influx of herdsmen from Cameroon into the state. The governor says most of the Cameroonian herdsmen are involved in criminal activities in the state. Darius, speaking while presenting the staff of office to the third Lamida of Gashak, asked the traditional rulers to empower the heads of villages and wards in their domains to screen strangers and report their findings to them. The activities of Cameroonian herdsmen, he warns, could destroy the tourism industry in the state if not immediately checked. You're still listening to the Midday News from Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you foreign, business, and sports news. Please do stay with us. Now in foreign, the Trump administration is standing firm over its ban on immigration from 7 countries despite court rulings and mass protests against it. In a statement, President Trump said visas would once again be issued once the most secure policies were in place and denied it was a Muslim ban. 16 state attorney general have said the order is unconstitutional. Several federal judges have temporarily halted the deportation of visa holders. Thousands gathered at airports around the country to protest on Saturday, including lawyers who offered their services for free to those affected. Further demonstrations were held on Sunday, including protests outside the White House and Trump Tower in New York, as well as the ban on all refugees, travelers who have nationality or dual nationality of Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen are not permitted to enter the U.S. for 90 days or be issued an immigrant or non-immigrant visa. Philippine police are suspending their controversial war on drugs until after the corrupt police force has been cleansed. Police Chief Ronald De La Rosa said that anti-drug units will be dissolved. It comes after the murder of a South Korean businessman inside police headquarters. He had been kidnapped and killed by anti-drug police. More than 7,000 people have been killed since the crackdown on drugs began. The death toll and President Rodrigo Duterte's hardline stance against drugs have attracted intense criticism from human rights groups and Western countries, although the president continues to enjoy a high level of support among Filipinos. 6 people have been killed and another 8 wounded in a shooting at a mosque in Canada. Shots were fired at the Quebec Islamic Cultural Center on Sunday night, where more than 50 people had gathered for evening prayers. One suspect was arrested at the scene and another was arrested nearby. Quebec Premier Philippe Collado referred to the shooting as a terrorist attack. In June last year, the same mosque was the target of an Islamophobic incident when a pig's head was left in front of the building with a card saying Bon Appetit. Eating pork is forbidden in Islam. Next is the business news. Edo State government says it will establish cattle ranches in the state to address challenges posed by activities of troublesome herdsmen. Governor Godwin Obaseki announced the plan to agro-allied investors at the ongoing Edo Agribusiness Workshop in Benin City. The proposed cattle ranches, according to the governor, will be built in each of the state's local government areas. He describes cattle ranches as cheaper and more effective than building modern moats around farms to keep away cattle. Presidency is to provide 100 locomotives to improve the operation of the single gauge rail track on Lagos-Kano and Port Harcourt-Gombe routes. Transport Minister Rotimi Amechi, who made this known during a visit to Governor Abdullahi Ganduje at the Kano State Government House in Kano, says the locomotives will be deployed before the end of June. The minister also told the governor that the Abuja-Kaduna Standard Gauge rail track is to be extended to Kano Metropolis. Finally, in the midday news is the sports news. It is now certain that Odion Igalo will quit Watford before the transfer window closes on Tuesday night after he was left out of today's FA Cup tie at Millwall. Watford manager Walter Maziri has confirmed the club has received official bids for the Nigeria striker with Chinese club in the forefront of the chase. Watford is demanding £25 million for the striker, and Shanghai Shenhua have also tabled an offer of £15 million. Igalo has also been linked with another Premier League club, West Brom, who are shopping for another striker following the move of Saido Berahino to Stoke City. Mikel Obi and Chinedu Obazi are among the players who have moved this month to China to join Obafemi Martins and Anthony Ujar. That was the midday news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Ogun population exceeded 5.2 million by 2013, according to NPC projection. Presidency considered teaching of science and technology in local languages. Medical consultants cautioned against mass sack of resident doctors. Governor Otom worried over Benue State's rising monthly salary bill. In foreign, we reported that Trump administration insisted on travel ban despite protests and court ruling. And 6 people killed and 8 injured in gun attack on a mosque in Canada. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you very much for listening and have a great day ahead. I am Chenye Igbo. Good afternoon.